Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to make vegan chili. Super easy, really flavorful, I hope. I've never made this before, but a lot of chili recipes just call for a few ingredients where I kind of want to have it be a little more flavorful, pack in a lot more nutrients, so I'm going to add things that you wouldn't normally see in a chili, like leeks or sweet potatoes, mushrooms, corn, things like that, where you can get a lot more nutrients in it. It's still going to taste good, and it's going to have a lot more texture than a regular chili would. So you're just going to need an onion, a few sweet potatoes. These are really, really tiny sweet potatoes, which is fine. I just, I don't know, I have a whole bag of them, so they're just little baby ones. Doesn't matter. If you're going to do big sweet potatoes, I would maybe just use one. But these ones I'm just going to do 3, and I'm just going to use 4 little red roasting potatoes. So if you want to add a whole lot more potatoes, you can. Just compensate that with a little more liquid. But for these, I'm just going to do 4 of these and 3 of these little baby ones. One, I guess it's like a smallish kind of leek. Usually they're really big and thick. This one is kind of just a small. So one small leek. And if you've never used leeks before, they have all these little layers in them. So what you need to do is kind of just split it like I did and run it under cold water to kind of wash it out. Some of them will have a lot of dirt and sand in them, which you don't necessarily want in your food. You'll get some more added minerals, but it doesn't taste really good if you bite down on it. So just kind of wash them out until they're clean, and then they're ready to go. And some corn. This is just frozen corn, which you could just pour it right out of the bag till there's enough in there. This is probably about a cup, maybe a cup and a fourth. And an entire container of mushrooms. Because they cook down, they won't really be noticeable in there too much if you just put 3 or 4. So I'm just going to add the whole container. And then just a can of diced tomatoes, black beans, kidney beans, and chili seasoning. If you don't have chili seasoning and you want to make your own, go for it. These are the ingredients that are in there, and there's tons of recipes online if you want to make your own. Okay guys, so when you're chopping these, you can do it with a knife. I like to just slice them in little slices and use this awesome little gadget that I was convinced I didn't need another kitchen utensil, but this thing is amazing. It is a little chopper that has these little plates in it that are extremely sharp, so be careful, but they basically just chop everything evenly. So if you have OCD or you just don't want to spend a bunch of time chopping everything in little chunks, this is the easiest thing. And I'm convinced that even if you don't need another kitchen gadget, you need one of these. This one is amazing. So I'm just going to chop them. If you're not going to use something like this, try to get them all even. Otherwise, they're not going to cook evenly. Even slices cook evenly. All right, so now that these are cut, tell me that's not beautiful. Took me like maybe a minute and a half, including cutting them into slices. So just dump that in the pot, and we will continue to cut the mushrooms and the onion the same way. All right, last mushroom. Then we're gonna go onto the onion. Same thing. We're just going to not cut that part off. You cut the top part off because I'm not gonna use the whole thing. So, chop it in half. Whoa. All right, I'm gonna chop my fucking finger off. Might be best to peel this off first. Side note, hindsight's 20/20. All right, peel this off, and I'm not just throwing this on the floor. My sink is actually right here. So, I'm not being gross. Take this off. And I'm just going to put this in the chopper too, which I know, yeah, onions are really easy to cut. Whatever. I'm not doing it. So, cut them into little rings. And if there's a little bit of this left on there, it's not going to kill you. It's edible. Don't worry about it. The onion in. And then once this is done, I'm going to chop up the leek. Not in the chopper. I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way and just chop it into little strips. All the way down to the end. And then I save this kind of stuff because I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to try to make my own veggie broth. So you just kind of take all the little scraps and things like this part of the onion and this little part of leek, and you put it in the freezer and yada, yada, yada. I don't really know how to do it yet, but you put it in the freezer, and then once you have a good sized bag, you can put it on the stove and boil it down. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video on it once I learn how to actually do it. So just throw this in the pot, and then we're going to throw this in the pot. All of our chopped up mushrooms and onions, and it's starting to look pretty nice in here. Lots of perfectly chopped veggies. I don't know why. I always think this is so aesthetically pleasing, having just a big old pot full of chopped up vegetables. All right, now we're going to toss in the corn. And like I said, use more, use less. Don't use it at all. I'm just kind of using what's in my refrigerator. I'm a little bit obsessed with grocery shopping, and I end up with tons of stuff. And I just need to use this stuff. So this is why there's so many random vegetables in here. I'm a shopaholic, I guess, but not for my closet, for my refrigerator. Kind of embarrassing. All right, so next we're going to drain these guys. Not this guy, just the. All right, I don't know why I'm showing you guys this. I'm pretty sure there's not one person that doesn't know how to drain beans, but for that one person, this is for you. Just dump it into a colander, and there's one down, one to go. Now, like I said, you can just dump them in there, but they get this weird, like, jelly on them, like that. I don't want that in my food. I don't know why it creeps me out. If you're okay with it, go with it. Throw it in there. I don't care. I'm not going to eat your food. Then you just rinse them until all of that is gone. And, yeah. Then we're just going to dump that. Good enough. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not that much of a weirdo. Then you just dump it into the pot with everything else. Last thing, other than the spices, diced tomatoes. Now this, you want the juice. I don't know, there's nothing weird about tomato juice. Beans are a different category, okay? Dump the whole thing in. Oh, you can't even see that. Sorry, guys. Okay, dump it in. All of it's in there now. I am going to add some liquid. I don't know how much yet, though. Okay, so because everything is cooked, we're not actually using dried beans or anything. I'm just going to add, I don't know, about 2 cups of water. And if it's enough, great. If not, I don't know. We'll figure it out if it's not enough. And then about 1/4 a cup of the taco seasoning. That's what it calls for on the package, and that's the only advice I'm going to take from them. So then you're just going to turn it on the stove, and I'm just going to put it on medium heat. And I mean, I guess we are cooking the vegetables, but those don't take very much water, whereas beans would soak up a lot of the liquid. Clarified that, so someone doesn't go in the comments, but you are cooking stuff. Okay, I know, but not the beans. That's what I meant. So just stir it all up, and then I'm just going to put a lid on it, and we'll check on it in, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes. I don't know how long it takes to cook sweet potatoes like this. As I said in the beginning of this video, I've never done this before. So maybe check it in 20 minutes in case the liquid dries up. We'll go there, because if you ever burned a pot, it smells and it ruins your food, and then you have to buy a new pot. I don't want to do that. So 2 cups of water, 20 minutes, and we'll check on it. So that looks good. I think, I don't know, we'll see how much I actually know in about 20 minutes. Okay, so it's only been about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna just check on it and stir it a little bit just to see what's going on. But it looks pretty good so far. And I think that 2 cups is probably a really good amount of water. So I have no concerns that it's gonna dry up now. Cool. All right. We will see you in 15 minutes, guys. Okay, guys, it's been about 20 minutes, and we're going to check on it. I don't know if it's been exactly 20 minutes. It's not necessary that it be exactly. So just kind of keep an eye on it. About 20 minutes, and it looks like it's done. So the best way to check is we're going to check one of the sweet potatoes, because those are the ingredient that take the longest to cook. So we're just gonna kind of stab it with a fork, and if it goes in and it's soft, then it's done, which it is. So it's a little bit more soupy than I would like for a chili, where maybe we could have just taken the lid off for the last 5 minutes or so, or not, I don't know, or just used a little less water. But it's okay. It'll probably thicken up a little bit, and if not, then whatever. Oh, where's it at? There you are. Okay, so all that's left to do is to try it. And it's really hot right now, so I'm just going to put a little bit in the bowl. I don't want to burn myself. And I'm really not that hungry right now, but I am curious to see how it turned out. Which actually, just letting it sit for a few minutes is starting to thicken up, so you probably don't need to add the flour stuff. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of avocado. So let's see if this one is a good avocado. I am kind of skeptical. It's perfect. It kind of smells like one of those bacon avocados though. Oh, it totally is. I can't eat that. Have you ever had a bacon avocado? I don't know if that's actually what they're called, but they have this slight smell of bacon, and it's disgusting. So if you miss bacon as a vegan, which I don't, but there are certain avocados that kind of have that flavor and smell to them. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and the boyfriend can eat it if he wants, because I'm not touching that. So I'm just going to eat it like this then, unless there's an avocado in the fridge. We're gonna try again. I don't know if it's ripe enough though. Probably one more day would make it perfect, but it's good enough. And if you smell like bacon, I swear to God. Oh, it kind of does too. Are these bacon avocados? No. Ugh. All right, never mind. The universe is telling me not to eat that right now. All right, let's try this and see. That way you guys will know if it's even worth making or not. And hopefully I don't burn myself. It's actually really good. Oh, and I know that in part of it I said that we were going to add taco seasoning. I'm an idiot. It is chili seasoning, not taco seasoning. Don't add taco seasoning, it'll taste different. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to, but it won't taste like chili. Do what you want. Oh. Okay, it's really hot. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you made it and you like it and it tastes good, share it with a friend. Or you can share it and they can be the guinea pig and try it and let you know how it is. Either way, like it, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.